Diamonds are forever.
Hi everyone, I'm Pete Kelly from Radio Diamonds and welcome to highlights of Northampton Sileby Rangers FC against AFC Rushden Diamonds from the Chroma Sport and Trophies UCL Division 1 on Tuesday night, only on AFCRDTV. With Sileby being the league leaders, and having been the league leaders seemingly all season, everybody knew that this would be a huge test for the Diamonds, and so it proved to be. In the opening exchanges, Sileby were extremely quick and live on the ball, with a shot from distance from Sileby striker Michael Byrne, proving a great save from Quincy Sharonmu. And then a little bit later, neat footwork by Rob Foster, allowing Greg Ling to have a shot. And then Quincy Sharonmu followed up wonderfully to a shot from Mark Redding. Sharonmu would later win the man of the match for his sterling performance. Jack Wisniewski had an opportunity from all of 45 yards. Sileby keeper Darren Watts had to shuffle back very quickly to ensure that that one didn't creep in. And then Sean McBride had an opportunity at the back stick from a wonderful cross from right back Gillingwater for the Diamonds, but McBride couldn't quite do anything with the opportunity. And then just minutes later, Sharonmu pulled off yet another wonderful save, that time from Greg Ling, and that rebounded off the post. The chances were galore in this first half. Here Sean McBride seemed to be bundled to the ground by a defender, but the referee decided that there was no foul. And then later on, Jake Newman had an opportunity, but the ball wouldn't quite fall for him quick enough, and he sliced his shot wide. And Sileby were always dangerous, but Sharonmu was arguably having his best game for the Diamonds to date, and somehow he managed to keep them out. Alfie Taylor might well have won a penalty for the Diamonds after he was taken down by a combination of Smethers and Ling from Sileby. But again, the referee saw nothing wrong, and Diamonds again perhaps could have had a penalty. And still the chances kept coming. This time Matt Gearing with an opportunity. Darren Watts spreading himself well when perhaps Wisniewski to Gearing's right would have been a better opportunity. So after an absolutely breathless first half with the woodwork being hit, and Diamonds arguably should have had two penalties, it was Sileby Rangers 0, AFC Rushden Diamonds 0. Moments into the second half, then there was an opportunity for Gearing, although his shot went just wide. A fair few fans in the ground thought that was in. And then there was a strike from distance from the Diamonds. Darren Watts didn't need to make a save. So, deadlock. Cue Alex Deakin. He rose highest from a Matt Gearing corner to give the Diamonds the lead in a match everybody knew the first goal would be absolutely vital. The atmosphere around the ground had been absolutely electric, and you could tell the players realise the importance of that goal. Sileby 0, AFC Rushden Diamonds 1. And there are other opportunities too. Parkinson with an opportunity there for the Diamonds, heading over the crossbar. The Diamonds managed to hold out in the second half. It was absolutely backs to the wall stuff for some of the game, but Diamonds win against Sileby, only Sileby's second defeat all season, and really Diamonds can now gain an enormous amount of confidence from it. For AFCRDTV, I'm Pete Kelly.
Okay, here I am with first team manager Mark Starmer after AFC Rushden and Diamonds' epic 1-0 win over Sileby. Mark, your thoughts?
3 points. 3 points, and we keep going. The momentum keeps going. Second half, I thought they deserved it. First half, I thought we were too slow, didn't hold the ball. A lot of things were wrong in the first half. Yeah, we're still in the game. And they got a bit of a rocket at half time. Yeah, there's not many people that come here, be 0-0 at half time and get a rocket. But if that was the best they could play, I'd live with that. But it was nowhere near what they can play. And they ain't going to get a better surface to play on. And they hadn't performed first half. yeah, they got a couple of chances, but it was just long balls over the top, and decision making weren't right. I got into them at half time, and I thought we were 5 yards quicker. We got in amongst them, and if I'm honest, I thought we bossed the second half and deserved the goal, and could have got a few more with the right decisions. The second half was a team effort, and I look back to the Obi game at the start of the year, and if that was now, we'd have probably lost that. Sileby tonight, if that was then, we'd have lost it. But we haven't, so we've come, we keep progressing. But at the end of the day, it's 3 points. That's all it is tonight. It's 3 points. That would mean nothing if we don't get a result on Saturday. So it's 3 points. It's momentum. We keep going forward, and it keeps us in there.
We certainly rode our luck a bit in the first 20 minutes and had Quincy to thank for a couple of very smart saves. Now, he's had his critics during the season, Quincy, but for the last 4 or 5, 6 games, he's certainly proved his worth.
Yeah, I said to them all before the start, keep saying you're good players, and I want to work with you, and I want to take you forward. If not this year, then next year. But some of you are going to have to stand up and be counted tonight. You're all going to have to perform for the 90 minutes. And Quincy's done his job at the back. And if the strikers had been half as good at that, we'd have won comfortably. And in previous games, we'd have scored more. So, yeah, he's been superb. First half, kept us in it. And on nights like this, when you come to the top of the league, you have to have you have to have a goalkeeper that performs. And he did. And then the back four was solid. Second half, and I thought the second half we were the better side.
We seemed to struggle a bit in the middle of the park. Shani and Brad Harris, they got better as the game went on, but was there a bit of stage fright, do you think, to begin with?
No, I don't know if it was stage. No, it wouldn't be stage fright because they're used to playing in front of that support. We just never got close. We give them too much respect. They're top of the league. I said to them at the start, we come in here to another venue to get 3 points. Forget the top of the league, forget it Sileby, forget half of them but I still think they gave them too much respect and didn't get close enough. Wasn't closing the crosses, wasn't getting tight, wasn't putting them under pressure. They're good players, and you give them time, they'll hurt you. And they did the first 20 minutes or so, and hit the woodwork a few times, and from their point of view, they'd have been a bit unfortunate not to go in. But then we could say the same at Obi, so it's on the night. We rode a look, but the second half was much better.
What do you think to the ref?
It was all right, wasn't he? It was all right. Ref was fine. And at the end of the day, he sees what he sees. Yeah, right, he could have had a penalty, he could have had various things, but he sees what he sees. So, to be honest with you, I don't care. Tonight, it's 3 points, and he hasn't cost us nothing other than a couple of bookings, which I'm sure the chairman will pay for now after tonight. Perhaps not. He's already in the bar, mate. He's already in the bar. That's why I said it. But no, hey, he sees what he sees, and there's times when he let it go, and he played a good advantage in the first half for us. He's made a few poor decisions all round from where I sit. So.
And the support tonight, it's cold, it's foggy, it's a midweek night, but the support tonight was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, superb. And second half, they sang the first half, but I thought the second half, the supporters felt we was in the game. That's the feeling I got, and they lifted their spirits and they started singing louder, which transpired onto the pitch, and it was a very, very united performance. Not just the boys on the pitch, but the support as well. We can all celebrate that 3 points for sure.
I'm sure a few of them will be celebrating tonight. Hopefully they're sobered up for Saturday and Thrapston. We're always looking forward to that.
Yeah, no, we go there. It's another 3 points we want, and to keep the momentum going as we head for a very, very busy March. And we just got to keep it going, keep putting in that sort of performance week in, week out. And if we do that, we'll be there or thereabouts. If we don't, then we'll reassess it. But at the minute, we're on a good run. That result will, shock a few people, I think, tonight, if I'm honest. Sileby and various other people would have thought they were good enough to beat us on their own patch. So that would have shocked a few. So it just keeps us in there.
Well, thanks again, Mark. Thanks for coming out, and we'll look forward to seeing you again Saturday. Well done to you and all the lads.
Thank you. Speak to you Saturday.
I'm here with man of the match, goalkeeper Quincy Shiromnu. Quincy, first man of the match for AFC Rushden Diamonds, in arguably the most important game for the first team so far.
Definitely, it's been long coming though, but finally got it. Like I said, this is our sort of game I love to play week in, week out. Like big games, big teams, pitch like this, it's decent.
And your first half performance was absolutely magnificent. I can remember 3 great saves. Can you recall any of them, or does it just go too fast?
They all come too fast, to be fair, because I think the first one went to the crossbar, to the post, and I pushed it on. Yeah, so just coming too fast just reflects what you do in training every day, like what the keepers, Nathan, Minash, everything just come to make it work on the pitch. So it's good. And
did you think, like we did, that the boys got stronger in the second half?
Yeah, definitely, because for the first 15-20 minutes, the opponents they were really digging at us, which we stand firm to match them. But second half, we're on top of them, which the 3 points was so massive. So we've been for it for a week, so finally we got it.
So it's quite unusual then for the man of the match to have not done a lot in the second half.
yeah, I was so surprised when you said I was man of the match, but it's been long coming. Like last year when I was at Spencer, I had a lot of man of the match, but finally I got one. So glad to get it.
Right, yeah, we're talking about the fans. Stammer was saying they was magnificent. Do you hear them much on the pitch?
Yeah, because the chanting of the fans motivates us to get us going, because we all played football for the fans. The fans brought us down here, so we have to give it back to them. So we really big thanks to the fans for shouting and give us the push to get this 3 point today.
Brilliant, yeah, and you're pleased to see the goal going?
Definitely. It was long coming, but I knew we were going to score, but it was long coming, which I was glad to get the ball into the post, to the net, so happy. Brilliant.
Well, thanks very much, Quincy. You've given us a lot of entertainment so far this season. Not always in a good way, but there you go.
That's that, isn't it? Yeah. That's just how we're playing. So yeah, I'm just a normal goalkeeper, but I love to do different things on the pitch. It makes me more. I don't like getting bored on the pitch. So just to make everyone on their art and in the fit. So yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Brilliant. Well done. Well deserved. Thanks very much.
Forever.